Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. We're back again to preview with you some reels that have come into my shop recently and ones that I'll be working on trying to tune up, service, and get them ready to go fishing again. And interestingly enough, there's always a good variety. I can't wait to see what I'm going to be working on this week. We have a few packages here, and we have a long-term project that was brought to me by one of the local boat captains. And I'm anxious to get started. But before we do, I want to take a moment to thank our first responders and essential personnel, everybody who's working hard to keep us safe as this pandemic continues. It looks like there's a lot of improvements here with the vaccine, a lot of improvements because of the turn of the weather. Whatever it is, the rates are declining, but that doesn't mean that these folks are working any less hard, and it doesn't mean that we need to be any less vigilant. So please do your part. Wear the masks, maintain your social distance, listen to the authorities, and protect yourself so that you're not a victim of this. So we're going to start today. The first one came in from Gerard. He gave me a call. These are two Finors. It's the Finors 7 out. And on Finor's case it says, since 1933, and Finor was an American company. Finor was founded in Miami by two partners, and I've forgotten, one partner started with, his last name started with Finn, and the other started with Nor, so that's how you got Finor out of the deal. They were in Miami. They specialized on big game reels, and these are certainly big game reels. They're lever drag reels, and kind of an earlier design. You can see that by the lever that's on here, kind of unique. Most of the newer lever drag reels now have the lever down lower, and this doesn't protrude over the lip of the harness or anything like that. But these are well-made reels, and he had, from what I understand from Gerard, he's had these with two different service places already. Apparently the drags are not holding, or they're not loosening, one of the two. The drags are not working properly. That's what it says on one of these service tags here. It says check the drags on the two of them. So Gerard asked me if I would be open to taking a look at them, and sure am. So we'll take these apart, probably do a video on them. Hopefully we'll find out what the issue is here, and we'll get Gerard fishing with these again. These are big reels in the Northeast here. You're going to be using those for shark, you're using those for tuna, and you're going to be using those for big trolling fish. So next one comes up from Olympia, Washington. Let's see what we've got from Olympia, Washington. This one's made the coast-to-coast trip. We're over here on the Northeast, and you can't get further northwest than that. And we have a conveniently packed. There we go. So we have a Shimano SLX. I haven't done one of these as a video. It's this thing looks pretty much new, so we're going to have to get the backstory on this one. And I'm not sure if this is just in for a tune-up or if there's something more to it than that. I have the schematic, we have the original oil in there, and I'm just going to have to go back because usually when folks are corresponding with me about sending a reel in for repair, I ask them to include the original note that they sent me, because I carry so many reels that it's hard to remember the conversations. But we'll go find out what this one's about. And if nothing else, we've got a tune-up waiting for us. And hopefully there's nothing broken in there, but there may be. All right, the next one comes up from Charles. He's out of Philadelphia. Let's see if Charles sends us. Maybe we can get Charles, and we can get Dick talking. Dick is the fellow who sent us some of the older reels. Most recently, he sent us that older number 4. It's out of Philadelphia as well. So if you're interested in repair service, obviously I do this by mail. And if you contact me using an email on the business card that follows, I'll be happy to provide you with that service information. All right, well, we got two big Penns. These are the biggest ones they make. This is the Penn 9500 SSM. It's a nice reel, and we have a bell issue here. I'm not sure if we just lost the bail screw or if we've got a bigger problem than that. We got a bigger problem than that because the bail arm isn't moving here, so something got snarled up in there, and hopefully, oh, seems like we have the line roller. We have a couple of things. I'm not seeing that last screw in here. So it says that both the 9500, 950 SSM, and here's the Pursuit 8000, and apparently it says both have a similar issue with both reels, but maybe this one's just not tripping. All right, this one appears to not be tripping. All right, so we've got two big pens, and I haven't done the big pens before, so let's go ahead and make sure we do videos on that. That's the Penn Pursuit 8000 and the Spinfisher 950 SSM. And we got another one here. This comes from Joe. I talked to Joe, and Joe said he was going to send me a couple of reels. Let's see what we got. It goes down in Florida. Here we go. So Joe is sending me a beautiful reel. He asked me to do my best to recondition this and make it work right. It's kind of working pretty good right now. This is the Daiwa 4000C. It's in beautiful condition, and we'll just get that cleaned up and serviced, and we'll see what we can do to make it optimum performance. I'm kind of listening to this. I'm not hearing a bad bearing in there, but Joe did mention that he would like that running as best as it could be. So we'll take care of that for Joe as well. And then finally, just when you thought it was time that you're going to have a couple of spare moments to go fishing, well, and the local captain, Pat, from the Cap Gillian out of Long Island, brought me about 30 of these Penn reels and asked me if I couldn't tune them up so that the other folks that want to join him for a day on the water have a good reel to work with. So I always like when he's come in to kind of do an assessment. It kind of tells me a little bit about the way that the boats fish. The reels themselves, they have the typical salt rash to them. In this case, just doing a test here, that eccentric spring is broken on this one. That's a very common failure for these reels. These are the older reels. These are the Delmars in the 85s. Here's one where there's a bearing or something broken in it, or there's line trip inside of it. So most of the time, this will tell you that they fish the reels until they break. And it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing. Here's one, and this is an easy one to diagnose. The line is trapped behind the spool, and of course, if you're having one of these intermittent issues there, that's going to be why. Let's just see if we can pick up one more here. A lot of times, these reels come to me because they're missing screws. This one's tight, and for some reason I always over tighten these bearings. That one works a little bit better. Alright, well, we have a lot of movement going on in this handle. It may be a broken bridge. At any rate, there's probably about 30 of these in here, and they're certainly going to be entertaining me when I need for something to do here. So, the net of this is there's a lot of exciting projects. We get some old fin oars, we got some big pens, and we got a whole bunch of little pens here. And we have a Shimano baitcaster, and most of those will make those the videos. So if you like this, please like it on the comment section. If you have questions, please leave them. I try to respond. And finally, I'd ask you to subscribe. That way you won't miss any of the episodes that I do. And not only do you want to subscribe, but you want to hit the notifications. That'll tell you exactly when I've posted. So I hope you have a great day. Please, again, stay safe with this pandemic. Again, if you're a first responder, thank you for all it is that you do. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.